Hey everybody, it's Reef Crest Lagoon here, checking in with you. I just finally got my first corals from Oceans and Glass over in the one town over, and basically these corals, I have some zooanthids, I have an umbrella coral, I have a finger leather coral, and another umbrella leather. And the guy at the shop said these were perfect starter corals, so I have them drip acclimated right now. And the tank set up, I topped it off with a Red Sea Pro Salt. Parameters are pretty close, not 100%. Here's a shot of the 30-gallon quarantine frag tank. And you see I have the reef racks ready to go. The water's looking pretty clear. The 2 primes. And looking at the Reef Octopus skimmer on the back, just cleaned that, and an MP10, and I have another power head in the back shooting water up to keep the surface agitated. And we have the Reef Doser Evo 4 in queue to dose with the dosing tubes hanging off. And just changed some new ChemiPure on the filter. Basically just using ChemiPure to hang on the back filter. So this basic quarantine setup that I have with these 2 primes, about 40 pounds of rock, couple of reef racks. This is going to be my area to quarantine corals. I'm going to keep them in here for 2 months. 2 months, and then after 2 months, over to the main display. There's my mascot right there, Dory. She's the mascot. She's just sitting there looking at the corals, trying to figure out what's going on. Aren't you, Dory? Yes, Dory. Aren't you? There's my fish Dory in the background. See her there. But that's the real Dory. This is the dog Dory. Hello, dog girl. Hello, dog girl. You like the reef tank? Yeah. Okay, well, another video from Reef Crest Lagoon. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for being here, and keep you posted here. We get the progress. The yellow tank's still in the basement, being treated with copper. I found out that he had some black ick, which basically the tang was turning orange, so I started another dose of cupramine. And so he's on a second dose of cupramine. I, like an idiot, accidentally hit one of the extension cords and the heater disconnected on my quarantine tank in the basement. And that's how he caught black ick when he was in the middle of quarantine. So he's going to be in quarantine for a total of 3 months because I had to double it up. But eventually he's going in there with these guys. And the only issue in the main display tank that I'm dealing with is some red, kind of like cotton candy algae. Let me zoom in here. See it on the rock? Basically what that is, the refugium down in the basement, 55-gallon refugium, was set up, and I didn't have the strainers set up so that some of the algae from the refugium somehow got into this tank and it's multiplied. So right now what we're doing is I'm going to take the rocks out individually, scrape them off with a sander, like a little scrub brush, and get all that algae off. I have a filter sock in the overflow to the refugium so it doesn't go into the sump, and no more seedlings can get into this main display tank, because I want to have this main display tank pretty much been running about 9 months now. 9 months. So I figured by now all the phosphate would be leached out of the rock, because I know the bulk reef supply Pukani rock does tend to leach phosphate for at least 6 months to a year. So I think I'm pretty much safe right now. I'm looking at about 8.5 months. And these corals down here in the drip method, I'm going to drip them for probably maybe about an hour, hour and a half. These are supposed to be hardy corals, so we'll see what happens. And I'm going to put them in the tank. I'll show you another video of them when they get in the tank, when they start opening it up. Right now they're not open, so there's not much to look at, but keep you posted. Thanks for checking in. Reef Crest Lagoon signing out. Happy reefing. Finding Dory.